What's up everybody, I'm Mongoose, you are awesome, and I'm here to tell you why you should read the Broken Empire Trilogy. The Broken Empire Trilogy consists of The Prince of Thorns, published in 2011, King of Thorns, published in 2012, and Emperor of Thorns, published in 2013. This series is written by Mark Lawrence, who has now firmly established himself as the king of writing the anti-hero. If you don't know what I mean by anti-hero, think Deadpool. It's a protagonist that isn't strictly of the highest moral values and often uses underhanded and selfish methods to achieve their goals. The books are set in what first appears to be a fantasy world where kings, queens, and knights rule the day. The protagonist, I refuse to call him a hero, of this series is Jorg Ankarth. George, I don't fucking know how you're supposed to say his first name, but he sets his sights on carving out as much power for himself in this brutal world as he possibly can. That is, of course, an oversimplification of the plot, but I don't want to give too much away. What sets these books apart is the extent to which Jorg is the quintessential anti-hero. The anti-hero is a concept that you see often of late, but said heroes always have that softer side where, while their methods may not be socially acceptable, their motives are pure and selfless. That in no way applies to Jorg Ankarth. From start to finish, he is a sociopath that never makes friends, only allies, and he's willing to sacrifice those allies in a heartbeat if he thinks it will further his goals. He doesn't want power so that he can right the world and defend the weak. Hell, he doesn't even really want power. He just wants to do whatever the fuck he wants, especially if others tell him he can't. The only small glimmer of redeeming quality is his love for dogs. He doesn't, keep a dog with him or anything, but if you hurt a dog in his presence, he will kill you. The fun of any book is finding out how the protagonist is going to solve the problems they encounter. The fun with the Broken Empire series is finding out how, and how many people, Jorg is going to straight murder to get what he wants. I'll provide an example at the risk of spoiling a small part of the series for you. At one point, he is trapped with two of his allies in a pit and surrounded by outlaws. To make matters worse, the outlaws have thrown flammable material into the pit and have lit it on fire. One of Jorg's allies is female, and he knows that if they are caught, she'll get the worst of it. So in order to save himself and spare her from being raped and tortured, he slices her fucking head off and uses the blood from her neck stump to extinguish the fire. How so very chivalrous of him. If I had a complaint about this series, it would be that it becomes predictable. As I've mentioned, you know that Jorg is going to use brutal violence to surmount the obstacles in his path, and that can get a bit tedious. For me, however, reading a true anti-hero devoid of any redeeming qualities or underlying righteous goals was a very welcome surprise. Let me know in the comments if you've read this one or if you know of any other good books with an anti-hero. For now, this is Mongoose signing off. You guys have a good one. Mangoose!